Hi guys, AzureAce here and welcome back to the Dragon Ball Super episode discussions. Yeah, it's been a kind of a while. I haven't had internet all week, so now today you're getting today's episode discussion, which was recorded on Monday, even though this is going up on Thursday or should be going up on Thursday. We will be discussing episode 85 of Dragon Ball Super. Jeez, I'm getting confused. But this was a fantastic episode. There was so much that happened in this episode. It isn't even funny how much what happened. We had like the Kaioshin meeting, the God of Destruction meeting, Boo being skinny again. We got a little kind of preview of Gohan versus Piccolo. We got to see University 11. We got to see the Pride Troopers in action. We got to see Kaba again. There's so much that happened in this episode. So without further ado, let's get into episode 85 of Dragon Ball Super.
動き出す宇宙それぞれの思惑
The episode begins with Gohan and Goku flying for the rest of the team members. Gohan says, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go get Piccolo. And Goku says, yeah, okay. He's going to go up to Dende's or Kage's lookout and ask where 17 is, where he then sees an explosion off in the distance and realizes that it's actually Boo. So he goes over to see him first and kind of investigate what's happening. We then switch to this really weird looking place with floating islands. This place is actually none other than the sacred realm of the Kais in University 11. We see Kai, the University 11 Kaioshin, sort of teleport into a room with these TV screens that all form different coloured orbs as all the different Kaioshins apart from the Universe 7 Kaioshin appear. Kai first says not to tell the inhabitants of their universe what is happening with this tournament of power, then Gowasu asks where the Kaioshin of Universe 7 is, and of course Kai says he didn't invite him because this was Universe 7's idea. Rose says that this is a waste of time and he's busy gathering fighters, so he bows out of the meeting early. Pell and EA or A, I really still don't know how you pronounce that. I'm just going to say A from now on. The Kaioshins of Universes 2 and 3 respectively get into a little bit of a beef about who's going to win the tournament. Pell says that he's relying on brute strength, but A is kind of more of an intellectual. He's going for kind of smarts over power. Kai breaks them up and says that they should all form a collective opinion and ask Zeno to reconsider his decision to destroy the low-level universes, but everyone else knows that's not going to happen. When Zeno has decided, there's no way they can try and kind of pry him away from his opinion. Kuru, the Universe 4 Kaioshin, even says, if he gets just a little bit angry, you're going to be erased on the spot, so it'd be better not to. Everyone ends up leaving to do their work for finding fighters, and Kai says that he wanted all of the universes to get through this, but only Universe 11 will. As we see these TV screens show off different fighters in Universe 11, we can clearly see Toppo, the AzureAce character, the Android character, both of which are revealed later on in this episode, as well as Jiren, known as Steroid Jackal by myself. However, we see many other different silhouettes. There's this kind of skinnier but more buff looking Toppo, we see like a more buff looking Monaka, and there's also this snake looking guy as well. I don't know. Can't wait to see all these new fighters. We then switch back to Universe 7 as multiple explosions are happening and Goku goes down to see Mr. Satan training with Boo. And Mr. Satan says that Boo has gotten really fit, and of course we see the brand new Boo. He's really skinny, he's pretty beefed out, he very much reminds me of Super Boo, almost kind of looks like a mix between Super Boo and Evil Boo, with the facial features and clothing of Fat Boo. He says he's had a lot of fun playing with that quote-unquote doggy guy, of course referring to Basil, and he says that if there's more strong guys in the tournament like that, he's really excited and he can't wait for it. They then decide to have a bit of a sparring match. Mr. Satan says that if either of them are knocked out of the grounds of his vacation home, they lose. They then start going at it, some real fast-paced stuff here. Boo says that he'll eliminate them all, but Goku and Mr. Satan are like, no, you cannot kill them, you cannot eliminate them, you have to knock them off the arena. So Boo's like, alright then, let me try something here, and he creates a ton of, small ki blasts, and he starts throwing them all at Goku, and Goku's dodging them and blocking them. Then when one blast comes at Goku, Boo appears out of nowhere and rocks him hard twice, then starts pummeling him, then grabs him and forces him through a wall outside the vacation grounds, winning the match. Goku applauds Boo for what he did. He thought, you know, that's really smart, you distracted me with the ki blast, then you got me when I wasn't expecting it. But Mr. Satan says, you know, please do not get put out so easily in the tournament. Goku says he managed to recruit 18 and Krillin, and that Gohan is away to go get Piccolo, and that now he's away to go and get 17. Goku then heads off and Boo says he's a bit sleepy, so I'm not sure if this whole skinny Boo thing is going to be a permanent thing or just a gag for this episode. I personally think it's probably going to be the latter, but we'll see as we go to a commercial break. We come back from the break and come back to a very, very unfamiliar place. We see this big planet with a big kind of purple crater in the middle, and then we go in to see this huge city. No, not totally unlike what we've seen on Earth in Universe 7, but we see a ship flying in towards this building and land on a platform, and who gets out? Toppo. This, my friends, is our first look at Universe 11, other than, you know, the Sacred Realm with the Kai stuff. Toppo then goes into the building, and it's this really lavish and really classy club kind of place, what you would kind of expect to see with the Savior of the Universe, and what you'd expect to see him riding up into. And Toppo is looking very, very worried. He's very troubled as we see these flashbacks to when he fought Goku and when he was going into the Kaioken Blue. We then see the android looking guy come up to Toppo and does confirm he is indeed one of the Pride Troopers, and he basically just tells Toppo to keep a brave face, and Toppo says that the people of Universe 11's future rests on the Pride Troopers' shoulders, where then their watches go off and we hear like a kind of distress signal come through, and then they go off into their ship, which is like kind of like the Federation ship from Lilo and Stitch, if you remember that. It looks very, very similar to that. But they head off to planet Dalden to assist another Pride Trooper who, if you saw in the preview, is about to be revealed. We then switch to Universe 6's Sacred Realm with the Kais, or Shampa's planet. I actually can't tell which one it is because it looks very similar to the Sacred Realm with the Kais, where Champa and Vados are present, and this is the other half of the gods meeting. We had the Kaioshin meeting in the first half of the episode. Now it's the turn of the gods of destruction. We get to see again all the gods except Beerus are here. Champa says that this meeting better not be about them going and like cheating. Then Kitela, the mouse god of destruction of Universe 4, says, why would they do that? Zeno would destroy them in an instant if he were to find out. Moscow, the robot god of destruction of Universe 3, asks why they didn't invite Beerus, and it's kind of funny because his beeps have to be translated by his angel. Kitela says that Universe 7 is the one who thought up this idea, but Vados says, and she's actually defending Goku here, Vados says that they're all in Goku's debt because Zeno was planning to destroy them all anyway, so Goku has essentially thrown them a lifeline to try and get out of this situation. Belmod, the clown god of destruction of Universe 11, says that Universe 7 will stand absolutely no chance against the Pride Troopers. So it's kind of funny actually that in the Tournament of Power, if we're kind of thinking about this logically with the opening and how important the Pride Troopers are, it's going to end up being a Z Fighters versus Pride Troopers finale. That is pretty damn awesome. I cannot wait for that. It's obviously not going to be all of the Z Fighters and all of the Pride Troopers. A few of them will have been eliminated by that point, but it's nice to know that's actually what it's going to come down to in the end. We then switch to Universe 11 on planet Dalden with our third Pride Trooper reveal of the Beerus race character, who seems to be a kind of rabbit type person fighting this massive alien thing, and the guy from the previews, the kind of weird looking soldier I thought from the previews, and he's dodging these blasts and such and cutting the tentacles of this big alien creature. However, he gets caught in them and is about to be eaten, but out of nowhere a blast smashes the alien in the face as Toppo and the android appear, and the Beerus race character goes up to them and we get a confirmation on their names. We have the Warrior of Justice Toppo, of course. The Beerus race character is called Dispo the Sonic Warrior, and the android is called Casaral the Slashing Warrior. And oh my god, like the similarities between the Pride Troopers and the Super Sentai are yet again on show. You have to love just how Toriyama infuses the Super Sentai into his works, like with the Ginyu Force, like with the Great Saiyaman, and now with the Pride Troopers. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I honestly think it's fantastic. Topo then flies in and smashes him, hitting him with a barrage of hits and then hitting him with the Justice Flash. Then Dispo and Casaral fly in with the kick and fire a team move called the Double Maximum. Then Topo picks up the main guy and throws him down at the alien, making this huge explosion. Topo then makes a speech about how the Pride Troopers will never be stopped and that justice will never lose. We then switch to the ship, and then Topo tells Dispo and Casaral about the Tournament of Power and that they'll have to gather Pride Troopers from all different types of planets for the tournament. Dispo mentions that they need the help of Jiren in this time, and we get to see him, and this man looks so menacing. He's in this pitch black room with this really threatening red aura around him. He's meditating as we switch back to Universe 7 with Goku at Dende's finding out where 17 is. We switch again to Universe 6 and Champa tells the Kaioshin that he'll handle gathering the warriors. He says that with Goku, he needs more Saiyans to fight Saiyans, so he calls upon none other than the boy Kaba from Vados' staff, demanding he bring more Saiyans stronger than him this time, and that is where I believe female Broly will come into the equation in a future episode. We switch back to Universe 7 as Gohan and Piccolo square off against each other. Piccolo even says he'll retrain Gohan because he's so weak, which is absolutely savage. Dende then tells Goku that 17 is living on an island as a park ranger as Goku heads off, as we see the theme of these episodes lately with the arena still being built, as we're told 37 hours still remain for the tournament to begin. We get these badass shots of 17 driving in a car on the island as the episode ends there. But now it's time for the overall thoughts of this episode. This episode was absolutely fantastic. This was a very important episode. If you say this episode was not important, you are sorely mistaken. This episode is the most important episode of this arc we've had yet. So many different lore things were introduced in this. We got our first look at Universe 11. We got our first look at how the gods operate. We got our first look at the new Boo. We got a bunch of different things. We got to see, you know, how the gods act, how the Kaioshins act, how the gods of destruction act. And personally, Kitela, the little mouse god of destruction, I love him. He's just as like childish, as arrogant, as kind of wacky as what Beerus and Champa are, and I absolutely love that in both Beerus and Champa. So I'm happy that Kitela is pretty much the same as them, even if he might seem a bit more kind of on the wacky side. But I love them anyway. Plus, we got to see a bit of Universe 11. The fact that Universe 11 seems like this kind of classy looking place, I'm not sure if it's going to be like that. I mean, we saw in Universe 6 during the Hit arc stuff, there was a very kind of dystopian looking place with Hit going around, and then he obviously killed that kind of mob boss guy. Universe 11 looks very lavish. That might just be because Toppo went into that club, but you know, who knows. We got to see our first reveals of two of the new Pride Troopers, being Dispo as well as Casaral. I absolutely love their designs. Even if Dispo is not a Beerus race character, I still think his design looks absolutely fantastic. As well as Casaral, I really like the kind of Android 16 vibe I'm getting from him. I really don't know what it is, but I'm getting that Android 16 vibe, and it feels fantastic because I am of the unpopular opinion that I love Android 16. I think he's a fantastic character, and I'm happy I'm getting these feelings from Casaral. But there was just a lot in this episode, a lot of lore building, a lot of stuff that's going to be very important coming into the future of this arc. But I think that the next episode, episode 86, is definitely going to trump what this episode had in terms of, like, you know, just being good, because this episode so far is my favourite of the arc. But I think that the next episode is going to top it, because of course we have Android 17 and Goku meeting for the first time and fighting for the first time. But that will be coming later on today. There's going to be a double upload today. As you guys know, if you've been following me on Twitter, if you've been looking at me on Twitter, my internet went out, so I wasn't able to post this on Monday when it was meant to be up, even though this has been recorded on Monday and should be going up on Thursday. There will be a double upload. You'll be getting this now, and you'll be getting the preview of episode 86 later on today. So with that being said, I hope you guys will like this video. Please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. Do you guys like Universe 11? Do you think that the Universe 11 fighters will be as strong as what Kai thinks they are? Do you think that all this lore building was fantastic or not? Please share this amongst your friends. I've been AzureAce, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.